Chosen One, before this message goes any further, I need you to understand something about the moment you are in right now. This is not coincidence. That is not a spiritual platitude. That is a statement of specific fact about the architecture of this exact moment. God made sure you found this in time. I want you to hold that sentence and not let it slide past you. Made sure, as in, this was not left to chance. This was not the result of an algorithm surfacing something that happened to match your watch history. There was a specific divine movement that positioned this word in your path at this specific time. And the word "in time" matters as much as anything else in that sentence. In time means there is a moment this message is designed for, a window, and you are in it. Not past it, not approaching it from a distance, inside it. The specific convergence of your readiness and the content of this message and the timing of this moment is not accidental. It is arranged. And the one who arranged it is not the platform you found it on. It is God. Let me speak to what that arrangement means practically, because I think the Chosen One sometimes receives a word like this, a word about divine positioning and specific timing, and receives it warmly but abstractly, as a spiritual encouragement rather than as a specific piece of information about the structure of the moment they are in. I want to offer it to you as specific information. God makes sure specific things happen in the life of the Chosen One. He is not passive in the arc of your story. He actively positions words, people, encounters, and moments at specific points in the Chosen One journey where those things are most needed and most ready to be received. And what I am telling you is that this is one of those moments. This message is one of those things, and you finding it at this exact time is one of those arrangements. What that means is that what follows in this message is not incidental. It is not general spiritual content that happened to reach you. It is specific content that was prepared for the specific Chosen One, who is at the specific point in their journey where this content is the exact thing they need. That is a strong claim. I am standing behind it. Let me tell you what I mean when I say God made sure you found this in time, because the phrase "in time" carries its own weight that I want to unpack carefully. Time, in the sacred understanding of the Chosen One journey, is not a neutral medium. It is not simply the space in which events happen. Time has seasons, and within seasons, there are specific moments where a particular word or encounter has its full weight available. Before that moment, the word is true, but the ground is not ready to receive it fully. After that moment, the word is still true, but something has passed. The window is the moment when the word and the ground and the readiness all align. You are in the window. That is what "in time" means, not that you barely made it, that the timing is precise, that this word is finding you at exactly the moment it was designed to find you. And the weight of what follows is therefore not the general weight of spiritual encouragement. It is the specific weight of a word arriving in its window. I also want to speak to the word "coincidence" and why I opened with it. Because the Chosen One who finds a word like this, who feels the recognition that something in this message is speaking directly to something they carry, will often feel the pull of a dismissive thought. The thought that this is just a video you happen to find, that the resonance you feel is the result of good content rather than divine positioning, that the timing is atmospheric rather than specific. I want to name that thought and identify it accurately. It is not discernment. It is not rational evaluation. It is a reflex that the Chosen One developed in seasons where the expectation of divine positioning was disappointed or delayed. A protective skepticism that learned to minimize the significance of encounters with spiritual content because minimizing them hurt less than believing in them fully and being disappointed. That reflex was understandable in the seasons where it formed. I am not criticizing it. I am naming it so that it does not operate invisibly in this moment. Because this is not one of the moments where the protective skepticism is serving you. This is the moment where it is costing you. The cost is the full reception of a word that God made sure reached you in the exact time it was designed for. Receive this fully, not carelessly, not without discernment, but fully. Let the resonance you feel be what it actually is, which is confirmation. The chosen one who finds a word that speaks with this level of specificity to what they carry has not stumbled into good content. They have been rooted to a specific word at a specific time by a God who arranges such things. Let me speak to what God was protecting you toward when He made sure you found this in time. 'Cause divine rooting is always purposive. God does not position a word in the path of the chosen one for the purpose of the word alone. He positions the word because of what the word makes possible, what it opens, what it releases, what it confirms, what it equips the chosen one to walk into next. The word that God made sure you found is not just an encouragement for the current moment. It is a preparation for what comes after the current moment. The chosen one who receives this word fully, who does not let the protective skepticism filter out its weight, walks away from this message equipped for something, positioned for something, with a specific clarification or confirmation or release that makes the next step navigable in a way it was not navigable before they found this. That is what God was protecting you toward. Not just comfort in the present, readiness for what is next. And what is next, for the chosen one who is in this message, is something that requires this word as part of its foundation. God made sure you found it because the next step depends on it. Let me move into the heart of what I want to say. There are things that the chosen one is carrying right now that God has specifically positioned this message to speak to. And I want to name some of them so that the chosen one who is holding back full reception, waiting to see if the message proves itself specific enough, can release that caution and open fully to what is here. You have been in a season where the pace of things has not matched your inner knowing of what is coming. There is a gap, a specific gap between the interior reality of the call you carry and the exterior reality of what has materialized. And that gap has been the source of a particular kind of spiritual fatigue. Not despair, not loss of faith, but fatigue, the wearing effect of sustaining belief across a gap that continues to be present. God saw that gap. He did not see it from a distance. He was in it with you, and He made sure you found this message in time. Not in time to prevent the gap. In time to receive the word that addresses it and the understanding that closes the distance between what you have been holding and what is now moving toward you. There is also something else that the chosen one in this season carries. There is a weight that comes from knowing that you were made for something specific in a world that has not yet confirmed that specificity from the outside. The call is interior. The evidence is absent or thin. And the daily work of maintaining the interior, knowing without the external confirmation, produces a particular kind of invisible exhaustion. I want to name that exhaustion specifically because I think the chosen one often does not give themselves permission to acknowledge it. There is a spiritual instinct, a true one in some ways, to hold the difficulty of the calling with gratitude rather than complaint. To honor the privilege of being chosen by not giving weight to what the choosing costs. But that instinct, when it becomes a refusal to acknowledge the real weight of what the formation season extracts from the chosen one, works against the full reception of a word like this one. The word that God made sure you found in time is not a word for a chosen one who pretends the weight was nothing. It is a word for the chosen one who carried the full weight, who knows exactly what it cost, who has been honest in their interior about the difficulty of the season, and who is now standing at the place where the word that addresses it has arrived. That is you, and the word is here. And you found it in time. There is also a specific weight that the chosen one carries at the convergence of two experiences. The first experience is the interior, knowing that the call is real and the arrival is coming. The second experience is the sustained absence of that arrival in visible form. When those two experiences occupy the same interior simultaneously for an extended period of time, they produce something that is harder to name than doubt. It is a kind of spiritual pressure, an interior compression between the knowing and the not yet. God made sure you found this in time because this is the word that speaks into that compression. Not to minimize it, not to dismiss the weight of what the extended gap between the knowing and the not yet has cost, but to declare something specific into it. The compression is about to release. What was held in tension between the knowing and the not yet is about to converge. And the word "in time" means you received this message in the window immediately preceding that convergence. Type "found" in the comments if you can feel what I am describing. Type "found" if the gap between your interior knowing and your exterior reality is something you recognize. I want to go deeper now into what it means that God made sure you found this in time. Because I said it was not coincidence, and I want to give that claim its full weight. And to do that, I need to talk about how the chosen one is guided, not in abstract terms. In the specific, practical, lived terms of how divine positioning actually works in the life of the person who carries a calling. The chosen one is not guided only through dramatic encounters, not only through clear voices or vivid dreams or unmistakable signs. Much of the guidance that shapes the arc of the chosen one journey is subtle. It is the thought that arrives without an obvious source, the pull toward a specific action that cannot be fully rationalized, the sense that something is important before the reason for its importance becomes clear. And the moment of recognition, the moment where the chosen one encounters something and knows with an interior certainty that this is relevant to them in a specific way, is itself a form of divine guidance. What you felt when you found this message, if you felt the recognition I am describing, was not an emotional response to good content. It was the activated response of a chosen one who was positioned to find something specific and found it. The feeling of recognition is itself the confirmation, and God made sure you found it because He knew what the recognition would unlock. Let me speak to something about the structure of how God protects the chosen one in these moments of positioning, because the enemy of the chosen one does not only operate in dramatic opposition, he also operates in the form of a subtle gravitational pull away from exactly the moments and words and encounters that God positioned in the path of the chosen one. A fatigue that makes you scroll past, a distraction that arrives at the precise moment the word is available, a voice of rational dismissal that frames the recognition you feel as wishful thinking rather than confirmation. You did not scroll past. You are here, which means that whatever was pulling against this moment did not succeed. And I want you to understand that your being here is not passive. You made a choice, even if you did not experience it as a fully conscious one, to stay with this word. That choice matters. And it is consistent with the pattern of the chosen one who, throughout the formation season, has consistently made the decision to stay with the call, even when something was pulling against it. I want to speak to what the chosen one carries specifically that makes the timing of a word like this so important. Because the question is not only what the word says, the question is also when the word arrives relative to what is happening in the interior and exterior life of the one it is for. The same word, received before its moment, lands in ground that is not yet ready for it. Received in its moment, it lands in prepared ground and produces something entirely different. And God made sure this word found you. in its moment. There is something that is happening in the life of the chosen one who is in this message right now. Something that is not yet fully visible from the outside. A movement, a shifting, a set of things that were fixed, beginning to loosen, a sense that something is approaching that cannot quite be named yet, but can be felt in the quality of what is different about the current moment compared to the months and years that preceded it. God made sure you found this word in the window of that shifting, because the word is part of the shifting. It is one of the instruments of the movement. Let me speak plainly about something the chosen one in this season has been experiencing. There has been a weight, not just the general weight of carrying a call through a formation season, a specific weight that belongs to the threshold moment. The moment when something is very close, but the chosen one can feel both the proximity of what is coming and the gap that remains between where they are and where it lands. That threshold weight is one of the most acute forms of spiritual pressure the chosen one experiences. The threshold is the place where the chosen one has enough confirmation to know the arrival is real and close, and not enough materialization to fully release the tension of the weight. It is closer than the formation season. It is not yet the arrival season, and it has a specific quality of its own that is different from both the depth of the formation and the clarity of the full arrival. God made sure you found this word because the chosen one at the threshold needs a specific word for the threshold. Not a word about formation, not a word about arrival, a word about the exact moment they are in. You are at the threshold. This word is the threshold word. And the timing is not accidental. I also want to speak to the people who are around the chosen one right now, because there is a particular kind of relational experience that the chosen one at the threshold often has. The people in their orbit, even the ones who love them and want the best for them, often cannot fully see what the chosen one is standing at the edge of. They see the external reality of where the chosen one currently is. They do not see the interior reality of what the chosen one carries or the proximity of what is coming. And that gap between what the chosen one knows and what the people around them can see produces a specific kind of loneliness. Let me speak to what happens after the threshold, because the chosen one at the threshold sometimes cannot see past it. The threshold is the dominant experience, and it can feel, from inside it, like it is the final state, rather than a transitional one. Like the proximity of the arrival is somehow evidence that the arrival will always be approaching without ever fully landing. I want to speak directly to that fear. The threshold is a transitional state. It is not permanent. It is the final phase before the arrival season opens fully. And the chosen one who has made it to the threshold, who has endured the full length of the formation season and arrived at the proximity of the arrival, does not stay at the threshold indefinitely. The threshold resolves. It resolves into the arrival. And the arrival season that opens after the threshold is proportional not only to the formation season, but to the threshold experience. What the threshold compressed in you, the anticipation, the nearness, the specific quality of readiness that only comes from being at the edge of something, is itself preparation for the scope of what arrives. God made sure you found this in time, and what that means in the fullest sense is that the window of the threshold is not closing, it is opening. What is in time is not the last moment before something shuts. It is the first moment of what is about to open fully. Let me speak to one more dimension of what the chosen one at the threshold is experiencing, and that is the specific quality of faith required in the threshold season. Because the faith of the formation season is a faith that sustains. It is the faith that says the call is real even when nothing visible confirms it. The faith of the threshold season is a different quality of faith. It is a faith that receives, that opens, that does not brace against what is coming, but positions to receive it. The shift from sustaining faith to receiving faith is not automatic. The chosen one, who spent a long formation season developing the muscles of sustaining faith, has to make a conscious interior movement to engage the muscles of receiving faith. Sustaining faith holds on, receiving faith opens, and the threshold is the exact place where that transition needs to happen. God made sure you found this word in time, because this word is one of the instruments of that transition. The chosen one who receives actively is the one who walks into what is arriving rather than waiting for it to fully materialize before they move toward it. Who takes the step toward the open door before the door is fully open? Who speaks to the thing that is coming as though it is already present, not out of presumption, but out of alignment with what they know is true? That is the posture of receiving faith. And the threshold is the season where it becomes the dominant mode of the chosen one. Type yes in the comments if this is the transition you feel yourself standing at. Type yes if the shift from sustaining to receiving is something you recognize as what this season requires of you. There is something I want to bring in now that connects directly to what I have been describing. I have been speaking about the threshold, about the specific weight of the chosen one who is at the edge of something significant, about the cognitive and spiritual and interior cost of an extended formation season, and I want to speak to a specific dimension of that cost that I have been holding for this part of the message. The formation season does not only cost the chosen one spiritually, it costs them in the quality of their thinking. I have spoken to this in other messages, and I want to name it here specifically because of what I am going to describe in a moment. The sustained weight of carrying something invisible, of maintaining faith across an extended gap between the interior knowing and the exterior confirmation, produces a particular kind of cognitive heaviness, a narrowing, a reduction in the ease and clarity of thought that the chosen one is capable of. It shows up in the quality of creative perception. The chosen one who is in a sustained formation season often feels that their creative capacity is not operating at the level it was in earlier seasons. The insights that used to come readily become intermittent. The clarity that was once accessible becomes something that has to be worked toward rather than received naturally. And the chosen one attributes this to the difficulty of the season without fully understanding that there is a specific physiological basis for it. All of these experiences, the intermittent creative clarity, the labored prayer, the heavier decision-making, have a common scientific basis. In 1981, a study won the Nobel Prize in Physiology that documented something precise about how the human brain is designed to function. The researcher, Roger Sperry, spent years studying the communication between the two hemispheres of the brain. What he found is that the brain at its peak capacity operates as an integrated whole. Both hemispheres communicating in a specific pattern that, when present, produces a quality of thinking, perceiving, and receiving that is fundamentally different from what most adults experience. 98% of children test at the level of genius in this integrated function. By the time those same people reach adulthood, fewer than 2% still access it consistently. The formation season compounds this loss. The sustained cognitive load of carrying something unresolved, of holding a call without external confirmation across months and years, disrupts the specific pattern of cross-hemisphere integration that the Nobel Prize research identified. And the result is exactly what I described: the narrowing, the heaviness, the reduction in the ease of creative thought and spiritual reception. I want to tell you about someone, a woman who reached out after finding a message like this one. She described her formation season as 7 years long. 7 years of holding something she could not fully explain, in a world that could not see it, with a level of interior conviction that she could not rationalize away even when she wanted to. And she described the cognitive dimension I just named with precision.